Alright, we are live.
We're live. What's up, chat? How's it going, chat? Ready for bingo?
Let's get ready to bingo! Alright, and there it is in bingo chat. If my enter key could work, please. Thank you. There we go. Making sure to use my other one for the countdown so I don't just 3, 2, 1 on one message and then G on the next message.
Oh, wait, I was gonna set a timer this time so I don't just get locked in at party house.
But then we get the party house content.
Yeah, no, that's a good point.
Just actually opening up Party House, even if there's no goals for it.
Yeah,
Just to
for
play
sure.
Party House.
just gotta prime it. Load up into the first scenario, grab 3 wild buddies immediately, and then
Summon
exit.
them.
Yeah, just gotta summon the bad luck first.
Get it out of the way, that's what it is.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Alright, last announcement being thrown out on social.
I've got all my cronies waiting for me.
Alright. I believe that should be everything. We got the Discord posts and the social media posts. I think that is all of the announcements I intend to make, and everything is set up for the stream, so just to make sure we're all on the same page here, once we both mute, or once we all mute and deafen, I will do a 3, 2, 1 go in Bingo Sync chat after I make sure. Sorry, let me step back one step. I'll make sure you're both ready.
Oh
in
yeah.
Bingo Sync chat, and then I'll do a 3, 2, 1 go. That first go will be for the reveal. And after that reveal, I will do one more 3, 2, 1 go, and that will be for actually starting. Usual 1 hour 45-minute time limit if we don't have a bingo, or if no bingos are possible, a majority. If you have any questions during the race, absolutely feel free to either ask them in Bingo Sync chat, or if you want them to be private, message me on Discord, but please tell me you have done so. Please let me know that you've messaged me in Bingo Sync chat, just so I can make sure I check it.
Okay.
Okay.
Any questions before we start?
Not from me.
No, I think that covers
Awesome.
it all.
Well, go ahead and mute and deafen. Good luck to both of you. I hope we have a fantastic match here today.
Good luck, Crumble.
Good luck. See you in an hour 45.
Sounds good.
Alright. Both players are muted and deafened. Let me actually make sure I have the -1 minute here on the timer. Alright. Ready? We got a ready and a ready. 3, 2, 1, go. Alright. So, the card has been revealed to them. Let me reveal it on stream. as I was looking... Whoop, the wrong button. Super professional casting right here. Anyway. The immediate thing I noticed when I was looking at this card before the match to set up the general trackers, check out that center square. 6 gifts from games on this card. Well, guess what this card also has a lot of? That's right, a lot of squares that get you the gift. And some of them that are even just the gift. So, if these players recognize it, I hope that we see a bit of a gift rush right at the start. But that does kind of require knowing what the gifts are. And in C tier, knowing that or not might be up to making sure I got the timer, the countdown done for them. Knowing that might be a lot up to their personal game comforts here. Ooh, immediately starting off with a Waldorf race. So I'm curious, there's actually a couple of Waldorf squares things that we can accomplish here. We have read 5 signs we can buy from a shop for one of our generals. We can hit 50% for the gift. And I think there was, yeah, have 4 puffins at once. So it looks like Crumble here is not pushing for the puffins right now. Oh, never mind. We're grabbing a puffin. There was one more behind us. Okay, it's a puffin race. Crumble starting up the wind, which is a little bit rough. Yeah, okay, backing up. You love to see this, a Waldorf race right out the gate. Reading is hard, especially 5 times. Agreed. How you doing, all? Hope you are having a lovely Sunday. Alright. Got 1 puffin each. Grabbing signs. 1 sign that I've seen here for Crumble. Oh, right. aBeautifulDave purchased from the shop. Had the propeller earlier. Ooh, dropped a puffin there. Gonna reset, okay. Is definitely focused on puffins right now. Trying to keep an eye on either of these racers to see if they hit 50% as well to mark a gift for them, because Waldorf is indeed on the card, twice even. Waldorf is such a high value game on this card right now, contributing to 4 squares. I don't know why I said 4 with such a weird inflection there, but there you go, in case you ever needed a voice clip of me saying 4. Ooh, okay, Crumble up to 3 almost here once we get around this corner. Crumble looking to be in a pretty strong position right now. Just needs to hold on here. I don't think Crumble's purchased from a shop. And also, 13% more progress and we get the gift. Alright, we accidentally started up the wind here. aBeautifulDave probably looking to... Oh, here's a purchase from the shop, so we'll mark that for Crumble. Fantastic. Alright, aBeautifulDave perusing Princess Penguin's provisions. I had to figure out how I wanted to alliterate that. Ooh, okay, so we have our last puffin on screen here. Need to make the jump, and that is a puffin. Gonna mark it immediately. There it is! We'll see if Dave notices and if Dave is still gonna compete for the signs. Because this is still a great game to be in for both players right now. Oh no! Dave fell out there. Okay, Dave gonna pivot away. There's the gift also for Crumble. Dave now taking a moment to consider. Honestly, I don't know... I don't think that was an intentional drop there for Dave, but it might have been a decent idea to pop back in and just jump to see if you could grab the gift really quick. Again, not sure how familiar with people are with the gifts. Oop, sliding around a little bit on Crumble's side. Anyway, Dave hopping into Zoldath. If we find any map piece that is not only a gift, but if we find the trade map piece, that is a square immediately below the center. And we also have a Planet Zoldath have 2 of each resource at once in the top right. So Planet Zoldath is also a very highly valuable game, and we can also get a shop here. This bingo card is absolutely amazing for synergies. Like, it's genuinely wild. I'll admit, I'm a little surprised we didn't see, Dave maybe try and push to grab signs, but might not know that they kind of just randomly spawn in and you can just kind of jump around and grab them as you see them, even if it's not all in the same run. Hey, Dr. Media, and I haven't really said hello to everybody. Hey, Sio, hey, Ivan, and hey, Molly, I assume? Molly? Yeah, the boards have been great. Pushing up on to the final stretch here in Waldorf. If we can actually manage to get 50 shells, ooh, that's gonna make it a little rough. Trying to remember how many shells are in that little section at the very end, if you have stamina. Ooh, the wind carrying a little hard here. Really would love to find a weather vane. Gonna see if we can harpoon over to that right platform. Oh my goodness! That is so frustrating. Oh, that stings. Let's see, what are our Block Koala squares right now? Block Koala, beat 5 southeastern levels, Block Koala, where's the other one? Beat 5 story levels, that is a synergy! If the terminal code is on the card, you can use the terminal code for the game on other, as long as it's not specifically forbidden by the goal. So for example, Mortal 1 has some goals that say no bends mode. So yeah, that Block Koala, if you beat the 5 southeastern levels, that is effectively 2 free squares. So once again, this hecking board is so synergistic all over the place. Oh no, aBeautifulDave succumbed to Zoldath! Alright, we got our signs here in Waldorf. So now my point of curiosity would be, like, if you're really comfortable with Waldorf, you could also make that one of your 3 cherries on this card, but maybe not what you want to be starting off right now. There's a lot of other squares to grab. Maybe save the cherries for later. Because I'm kind of looking at the card right now, you maybe would... If I were looking at this card, I'd maybe cherry Pin Golf, Big Bell Race, and Waldorf? Maybe Night Manor if I wasn't feeling any of the others. Alright, we're hopping into Mooncat. So for Mooncat, we need to defeat 6 unique enemy types, and while we're on the way, we should hop into a warp for the gift. I should also be paying attention to aBeautifulDave here to see if we purchase anything from a trade, because that would, I believe, be considered a shop. Alright, so we have one of our eggplant dudes defeated in Mooncat. Little walking eggplant weird eyeball things. Alright, 2 enemy types. Lips defeated, so that's 3. Hopping into the warp for the gift. That is 2 gifts now for Crumble. Hey, Cherry. Hey, Pogo. And hey, a guy. This card... I mean, even Campanella 2, collect 2 scrolls in 1 run. That's a really great opportunity to pick up a shop on the way, too. Okay, I don't think we had any new enemy types in that previous area. Oh, did we reset? I'm guessing we reset because that bonus area is a little rough. Hey, Skousen. For anyone just arriving, I just really want to point out again how many synergies are on this board. Waldorf alone at the very start had a 4-square synergy. And then we have Block Koala, where if you do the code and accomplish the goal on the right side, you also automatically get the top left square. And then we have so many of these gift squares on the card. Oh, I believe we defeated an eyeball there, right? So that should be 4 types of enemies now? Or did we bounce off of an eyeball? I'm going to operate off of the assumption that we did bounce off of 1 eyeball. And then the skull would be number 5. Okay, cool. Thank you for the confirmation. I was pretty sure that it did happen. So we just need 1 more unique enemy type here. Ooh, awesome! We have a gift and a overworld map piece for aBeautifulDave here. It's not the trade map piece, so we're still gonna have to do a little bit of hunting. But having the overworld piece getting that gift is nice. And you know what? If Dave gets a good enough Zoldath here, you could even turn that into a cherry. Get progress towards the 3 cherries on this card. Zoldath might not be the first game I think of when I want to go for a cherry on my card, but at the same time, if I'm already on a run like this, that might be something I consider. Alright, we have our 2 of each resource. A point on the board for Dave. Alright, looks like... Oh, we're resetting. Interesting to reset there when we have, Yeah, that's... I don't know how I feel about that reset. I feel like maybe you explore a little bit more and try and... I didn't see... Did we find the trade map piece and it was just really bad? Because it does re-randomize, so any information you gained about that last seed is now just gone. And I mean, we could roll into something better, but... Okay, we're just leaving now, and I think that's fine. After that reset, I think hopping out to an entirely different game is probably a better call than trying to get the trade map piece from scratch. Because we built up a ton of resources in that last one, and that would have been a great opportunity, but I guess I wasn't paying super duper close attention to what the NPCs were offering. So maybe we just never found the trade map piece, or maybe it was just a really rough trade to try and get the resources for. Oh no! Crumble taking a death right at the top of that screen and is gonna have to make that climb back all the way up again. Alright, gonna pay attention here to aBeautifulDave here, who's grabbing some quick sandwiches, probably going for the gift. Oh, okay, we're also doing the collect a copy without ever firing a shot. This goal starts off pretty devious and a little scary, but it's also one of the gifts where, or the, it's one of the squares where once you get a little comfortable with it, you can get it pretty consistently. And Dave's even going for the sandwiches, which I think is a really strong play. Because you can get the gift while going for this goal. Which I think is fantastic. I love this. There's our gift! Amazing, and I think that was the last enemy that... Yep. Okay, yeah, we have the birds on this screen and the eyeballs, so that's what we defeated. So are we gonna take this into... What are we still doing here in Mooncat at this point? We could go fight a boss, but that's a little ways away. Yeah, I think going out of there is the right call. Taking a death. We do not need any more sandwiches at this point. We already have the gift. This positioning is a little rough. Yeah, probably needed to drop down and then jump back up rather than trying to jump over things. There's 5 sandwiches, which in itself is a different bingo goal, but I don't think it's on this card. Alright, we're hopping into Block Koala. It looks like we're just doing basic Block Koala. We're not doing Worm 1, 2, 3, 4. So I wonder if... I wonder if Crumble knows that you can use the terminal code if it's on the card. Are we popping over to the terminal now? Wouldn't surprise me if I'm about to get asked a question here. Nope, okay. We're just saying no to Block Koala. Ooh, okay, it's a Ninpeck race. Ooh, and Dave taking a game over here. So it might not be a race for long. Okay, pivoting out to Onion Delivery. Completing 2 days of deliveries is both a square on this card and a gift, also on this card. I'll be keeping an eye here on Crumble to see if we get our sandwiches. Ooh, okay, so we're firing shots right now, so we definitely aren't doing this for the square on the right. Oh, it's 3 crowns is the other goal. Wow. So we might be having a shop rush sometime soon. Dave's gonna have to keep an eye out on that row 1, or column 1 rather. Yeah, what is this card? Wow. Oop. Garlic Monster causing some issues there. Game over in Ninpeck, so we'll see if Crumble throws another try at that. You're a giant. Yeah, this... I would... So... I would be terrified to see this set up in an A-tier match. Like... I don't think I would be able to even say anything before the card was done. If, like, this was between 2 players that were extremely, extremely comfortable with speedrunning every game. So it's kind of fun seeing this in C tier where people have mixed experience with every game. Oop! Overshot the the drop-off spot there. There's our gift and another square for Dave. I bet Dave just took a look at that and is like, oh, okay, well that's nice. So Dave, if you run back into Waldorf right now, you can hit 50% and get a 4th gift, or you could pop into pin golf and get a hole-in-one. You could... well, you already got the one in Zoldath. Ooh! It's block koala time. We're gonna do 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I wonder if Dave's about to see the line here. Okay, we're going into level 1 right now. You can hit reset, it's safe. Resetting is safe. Or you can hit exit level, yeah, that's better. Hey, Claria. Thank you. This has been a really fun match so far. Like, we already have 5 squares marked off right now. And, Crumble is threatening a vertical line here on column 1 that's about to get blocked, I think. Well, blocked by Block Koala, even. And this is actually going to be 2 squares for Dave, if Dave knows that he can check off the Block Koala corner square up there. Oh no! Ninpeck being just a little bit rude here. I do think this is a great square for Crumble to be in right now. Because even if this Block Koala square gets blocked, not only do you get rid of this diagonal, but you also attack the bottom row. Ooh, okay, it looks like Dave might not be super comfortable with Block Koala. And is pivoting out into Quibble Race. What are we doing in Quibble Race? What are we doing in Quibble Race, actually? Oh, we could pie from a shop. I believe that was a shop in Quibble Race, so I'm gonna mark that for... yeah, Dave is visiting all the facilities here. So that is definitely a shop. Oh, I see. Win 4 races in Paint Chase, Big Bell Race, and Quibble Race. So this will be progress towards Racer as well. And this Racer square would block the column 4 that is currently open for Crumble. There's not that much of an attack on it, but you know, if you can just score a square on a line that your opponent has something on, that just kind of cuts something off before it even becomes a threat. And when it comes to bingo, you can be put into a lot of high-pressure situations, and just stopping that before it's even an option for your opponent can sometimes be, like, a huge relief, depending on how you play under pressure. Black eye should be... yeah, there we go. Perfect. Ah, Ninpeck just not cooperating with Crumble here. I didn't quite see if we got a gift in Ninpeck. I don't think I saw sandwiches being gathered. So I'm leaving that unmarked for now. Thinking about Block Koala again. We're hovering it. We are very heavily considering Block Koala right now. Alright, hopping back into base Block Koala. Yeah, crowns in the bottom left was what we were going for on that Ninpeck. Oh no, Prickles and Beaufort dying in that race, leaving only Spotty. Okay, I didn't keep track of how many races we won on that last go. I think it was 2 races that we won? Yeah, the Ninpeck 3 crowns in the bottom left would be a great square for either player to grab. Yeah, okay, that's the number I had in mind too. Dave dropping a ha 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 ha. Is everybody boosted right now? Are you kidding me? Everyone got boosted? That's so funny. Literally everyone putting drugs in their quibble. So this is kind of funny to... I think Dave backed out of Block Koala because of the later levels being kind of rude if you didn't know how you're going through them. Wonder if Dave would have stuck with it if it was just the first 5 levels. Who else up boosting they quibbles? And yeah, for sure, rolling away. Belatedly. There was one time where I bet on a quibble that won the race, and then as they, like, they fell down across the finish line and then died. There's a gift for Dave. Which I believe was to have one of your own sponsored quibbles win. So Dave is looking pretty good here for gift squares here, or gifts right now. Only needs 2 more. Oh no, you don't want to go that way. Quick, honk the horn of retreat. No, don't reset, don't reset. You're fine, you're fine. You got this, Crumble. Maybe pulling up some information or something. Oh, that's something I meant to say more before the race, is that you are absolutely allowed to use any resources you have in terms of like documentation and stuff like that. So if you need to pull up a speedrun of Block Koala and just follow the speedrun at 50% speed, by all means, do it. Headzier! Zooming across the finish line. I believe that is 4 races that I've seen at minimum 1 on Dave's side. Kind of curious as to what we're doing here. The cherry for this is not going to happen on this run. So at least be a gold, but Runty! Dave dropping just the I know I saw Dave win 4 races in the Quibble race, though. So hopefully he realizes that between those two, he won enough races for it to count. And here's a gift for Dave on Pin Golf. We'll see if he sticks in for the destroying 10 orange obstacles. Maybe if you're comfortable with it, you can also grab the cherry. Okay, we're just going for the destruction. Oh! Barely missing here. Alright, there's 1. Oop! Oh no, we missed and we're going in. Alright. Let's give it another go. Just need 1 more level for Block Koala. Immediately looking at this level and I think either pulling up a guide or saying nope. Okay, now this is looking like a little bit more confident movement. Birds! Oh my god. Don't blow up. Go figure, when you actually want to hit the birds, they keep jumping out of the way. Alright, so that's 4 orange obstacles destroyed to my understanding. Here's 5 and 6. Oh, that bounce almost made it. Seven and 8 right here. Alright, and then we just need to head over to the hole. I think, is this the one where there's 2 more floating around the hole? No, not quite. Dunked in! Alright, hopping back into level 2 instead on Block Koala, which is probably smarter. So I think this should be 9 and 10 right here, if I wasn't miscounting. Alright, and there's our Block Koala levels done. Was I miscounting? I think that was 10. For pin golf, that is. That's 11. Oh, I think maybe Dave thought missed one earlier. But there's the square marked. Don't think we really have any reason to stick around now in this game. So we're definitely not cherrying off of this. Ooh, party house. All right. Oh, I missed it. Are we buying from shops right now? I think I missed a shop. Yeah, what shop did we buy from right before this game? Alright, there's our purchase. Yeah, I'm not sure what we're still doing in pin golf right now. Waldorf and Bug Hunter, okay. Bug Hunter was the one I didn't catch. Thank you. Because yeah, I definitely did see a Waldorf. And we just bought from Party House. Is there another pin golf goal that I'm missing? Maybe we're thinking that we can get a cherry, but, like, I feel like we've gone so far over on stroke count here. You're gonna need to save more than 10. Yeah. Unless you're, like, really, really, really confident in your pin golf, you probably aren't gonna be doing Destroy 10 obstacles and the cherry, unless you, like, go a lot under. Right. I kind of missed what shop we just bought from before Divers, but there's a purchase from Divers. Overbold, right. I saw... my short-term memory is a little shot. I saw Crumble opening up Overbold, and I'm like, okay, we're going there for the shop rush. And then I just, like, immediately forgot that it was Overbold that we were in. but I knew we had spent enough time that it wasn't just straight to divers. Alright, hopping into Rock-On Island. Thank you for the catch on that. I really appreciate it. Just need to go throw down literally anything. To my understanding, that is a shop. I don't see why your weapon upgrades and stuff wouldn't count if throwing down a caveman or a chicken does, right? We're still purchasing the upgrade. Dave going back out of Ninbeck. Alright. Oh hey, music playlist did the thing again, except, you know, a player hopped into the game after the music started. Yeah, I wonder if, since Velgris the only reason we would probably be here, it's not for gifts. I believe... Or does it need to be a trade, specifically? Does recruiting count in Avianos, or does it need to be a trade? Need to make sure I have that. Alright, so I'm going to drop that count by 1, and I will be ready to unmark that if I need to. And I think that'll be a pretty easy to understand thing. We're sticking around a little bit in Quibble Race here. I wonder if we're gonna try and actually get the 4 races won. Let me pull this up real quick again. Theoretically, I should just already have this up in a tab right anyway. So here's the thing, Avianos doesn't specifically mention yeah, I do think it does need to be a trade, but would be nice if the resource doc mentioned that it was a trade and not a recruit. Ah, okay. From the rules, right, not the resource doc. I was looking at the resource doc, not the rules. Yeah, alright, yeah. Okay. Got a purchase on Dave's side, we got a purchase again on, Oh, wait, no, we didn't grab the teeth yet. Ah! Dave now getting a purchase in Divers. We've bought the bandage in Grimstone. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, okay. Wait. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, yeah, it should be 8. And then Avianos doesn't count. Okay, we got our purchase in, Oh wait, no. Did the same thing happen to Dave? I think we're at 5 now for Dave. So you should still have enough for the bandage at the start, right? No, okay. So Dave did not make a purchase in Grimstone then? Okay, there's the push shot for Dave. So Dave should be at 5. So interesting that we're sticking around in Overbold here. It's not a gift, it's not a cherry on this card. Alright, we've done one more. Alright, I'm getting ready to mark this on Crumble's side, because I think Crumble's about to mark this off. Oh shoot, did we get a purchase in Dave's? I'm trying to make sure I'm being fair about this, so I'm trying to catch this right away. Crumble's counting this up, oh no. Okay, it has been communicating. Or communicated. So we're good. Alright, so Dave definitely knows where Crumble's at right now and is going to push to collect the 3 crowns here. Meanwhile, all Crumble needs to do here is wait for Quetzal. There's the trade. Quetzal looking kinda cute. That's just my bias. Alright, there's the mark. Alright, both players taking a look now. For Dave, I wonder... Yeah, no. Oh no. I wonder if Dave is unsure about how the crowns spawn? Okay, we're back into it for Ninpak. Yeah, hopefully Dave is able to make it up there. And I'm only saying this because I want more bingo. I am always biased towards the option that gets us more bingo, so I am kind of rooting for Dave to grab this square here. However, it is looking a little rough. Oh no. Anytime somebody enters in the default AAA, I know it's just because they're mashing to get through the high score thing. But it's also kind of funny to just imagine somebody shouting at the leaderboard like, ah! So Ninpak is causing a bit of trouble here for both players. This is going to be just, at this point, a race to determine, like, whoever can make it to the umbrellas and then actually get the crowns from them. This is gonna be the determining factor here. Oh wow, that dodge on Dave was pretty sick. Alright, extra life there for Crumble. Little bit of room to work with. Definitely a scary spot for both players to be in right now. I mean, if you're Crumble right now, you're probably not quite as nervous for losing here, but you still want to try and close out the match while you have the upper hand. Oh no, that taking a death from the projectile there. This is very tense. Dave now hitting the hopper section. Yeah, it really did. Ooh, Crumble taking another death and having to reset. Dave has an opportunity now. So the interesting thing now is that if Dave gets this, he already has 5 of the 6 gifts. It will not take long for him to get the 6th gift, especially if he just does the Big Bell Race. Or the Night Manor. Oh no, Dave dying right before the cherry section! No! Yeah, like, look at this bottom left to top right diagonal. Both of those squares will necessarily give you a gift. So Dave has a pretty strong position if he is able to get these crowns before Crumble, and it's going to come down to Crumble having to figure out, you know, where do I think Dave is gonna go? And it'll turn into either a split race to try and grab a one that Dave's not going for, or try to beat Dave to a square. So, depending on how this Ninpeck race turns out, if the game isn't over, the excitement will continue. Crumble right now with the lead. Looking pretty good on lives right now. Playing a little bit safer. Ooh. Just had to say something, didn't I? These jumpers are... Oh no! The jumpers in this section are definitely a threat. I think if you're in this section and these have been a problem, you probably want to stay in ghost form as long as you can before you pop out of it. It's, they can be a little devious. I am a fan of the word devious, in case you can't tell. Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness. Get over, get over. Start collecting, get your points. Alright, we have an extra life here for a little bit of backup. Getting some points here would be pretty helpful to... Like, I think some of those balloons are spawned off of point thresholds, right? I'll be honest, I've never actually looked into the mechanics of the balloons. Some of them seem set in where they spawn on location, but... Oh, this is tricky. Yeah, it's a mix of points and checkpoints is kind of the vibe that I get off of it, too. Ooh, David, I think, took another game over there and had to reset. Okay, we're at the umbrellas. It is now in Crumble's hands here. Now, the thing about these crowns is that you need to be really careful about when you go to grab them. I think you need to let that one despawn. Okay, we can grab 2 of them right here. 1, 2, and 3! That is bingo! Waiting for the mark. That is GG. Let's hop into... There we go. Oh, that Ninpeck. That Ninpeck race at the very end. Ninpeck was being so mean to both of you, and it was just like a back and forth on like who was gonna get it first. And for a moment, it looked like Crumble, then it looked like Dave, then it looked like Crumble, then it looked like Dave.
That was a blast.
That was a lot of fun. I really need to practice Ninpeck more. I think I had to look up where even the crowns were.
Me too.
I didn't know what they were.
I wonder when. Like, I wonder if we were looking it up at the same time.
There was a section of time where like you were paused. Like, I don't think it was at the same time, and it took me a moment to realize. Oh wait, maybe not familiar with how the crowns work.
Nope.
Yeah.
I've seen them before, but I had no idea how they appeared.
Yeah. God, this board had so many wild synergies. So one thing that I was pointing out, like, near the end of the cast here, was that if Dave managed to grab the crowns and, like, secure that square, Dave was at 5 out of 6 gifts needed for the center square. And both of those other squares in the bottom left to top right diagonal would give you the gifts in those games.
Yeah, and I was just the 2 away, big bell race without boosters, which would be hard, but I think I could do it. And then the hiding mini games, I could do that. So it's like that was my thought process, but I didn't ever think that I would have to get down to Ninpeck like that.
Oh, yeah. So it was like a lot closer than it looks like.
Yeah.
I didn't even realize that.
Yeah, because if you didn't get that Ninpeck square, it was then going to turn into either a race on whichever one you landed on if you both went for the same one, or like hoping that you managed to like guess the other one.
What a solid bingo, though.
Yeah, that was really like, well played.
Bam. Absolutely, good game.
Thank you. You too. That was a good game.
I also just want to say this board was wild with synergies. Like, Waldorf's Journey immediately right off the bat contributing to 4 squares.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for real.
And then there's a lot of other games that had like doubles. Like the Block Koala, if you go in with Worm 1, 2, 3, 4, and you do those 5 southeastern levels, you can mark off both Block Koala squares at once.
I went straight to level 15 and I was like, this isn't happening. I'm not doing this.
At one point I went into level 1 and then I also quit out.
Yeah.
But you did it. You beat the 5 story levels.
I had to. Yeah, I followed like a speed run of it.
Yeah.
Nice.
I was literally saying, like, in the middle of the run, that's like, you are allowed to have resources. If you need to pull up a speed run in Block Koala and just follow it at 50% speed, then god damn it, you do it.
I definitely needed that. I don't think I've beaten 5 levels on my main profile.
There you go.
That's awesome. I love that.
That was sweet.
Yeah. Fantastic game, both of you.
Indeed.
Oh, yeah, that was really solid.
Very, very.
Before I hop out of here, did either of you want to say anything else?
Just thanks for casting again for me. This has been a nice little journey.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I also want to say thanks, and thanks for being on top of the buying an item from a shop, because I wasn't really sure if I got everything.
Yeah,
and then
I saw that and I was like, wait, I don't think a recruit counts, and then I like double checked with people in chat, and like they double checked the rules document, and like it mentioned that in the rules it says it has to be a trade for that. So I was like, okay, I'm ready to call it out, but I can't call it out until the square gets marked.
It's good to know that that's like a rule, that you can like unmark a box and it's not like, I don't know, a penalty or something.
Right.
Like, what would that be, like a fault?
Yeah.
A bungo.
Oh, that's
see
bungo.
there. See, you were using the bungo strats after all. Damn.
Yeah, David had actually kind of started making some pretty steady progress in shops, but then kind of pivoted away to Ninpek a little before that.
It was as soon as I saw that you had the one square away, and I'm like, nope, okay, we gotta get the crowns first.
Yeah.
Yeah, what a treat. That was lots of fun.
Yeah, for real. GG's both of you.
Yeah,
GG.
the game.
Alright, I'm gonna hop out.
Right.
Take care, both of you.
Yeah, take care,
Yeah,
you too.
Alright, so... yeah, Elfie. This was a really exciting game, and even if the bingo didn't happen right when it was, yeah, this is a really fast game for, especially a C2 race. And, yeah, like we were talking about a fair bit during the run, if aBeautifulDave had managed to snipe that, Ninpek, collect 3 crowns in the bottom left for the block, that would have been an incredible setup for Dave to potentially score a bingo. And then if that got blocked, depending on where it got blocked, there would be probably more bingo threat. So, this was gonna be a really intense back and forth for the entire match, I'm sure, regardless of how it turned out. Alright, so I've got a couple options here. The next match of today... The next match of today will be played on Sio's channel, if I'm reading the schedule right. Yep. In about an hour from now, there will be Boards of Hanada versus Jonathan. Both very... Well, actually I don't think I've seen much of Jonathan myself, but I know I've seen Hanada around. So, like, I'm pretty excited to see that. We're gonna have Sleepy versus Van Strummer on Dom's channel 2 hours after that, and then 4.5 hours later, we're gonna see Matt versus Red Robot on Cosmoing's channel. Again, if you want to see the bingo schedule, check it out there. It automatically converts to your time zone. And I'll do my usual... let's see... If you want to join the Discord, there is the community Discord. I think I'm going to raid over into a marathon that is going on, and it's just a good place to be hanging out in the meantime, while you wait an hour before CO's run. I'm gonna send us over to Big Bad Gameathon that's going on. It's a good time. Thanks for hanging out, y'all. Take care.